So there's this debate going on that single mothers should not date until their kids are grown. What I'm trying to avoid asking is, should single fathers not date until their daughters and sons are grown? Because there are a group of men who grew up without fathers, and they are saying that they grew up with their mother doing a lot of dating, and they're used to they didn't have a father figure. As a mother, what they don't realize is that she was trying to provide them something that she could not provide them, which is how to teach them how to be a man. She's not a man. Therefore, she's going to find a father figure, someone so they can look up to. Apparently, they never got it because they still think like this. And on top of that, the debate is coming from someone who grew up with their father and their mother together. But he says that no man should be a stepfather. He don't believe that men should be stepfathers. The part that I agree with him on is the fact that, if you have a child by this person, y'all should be together. But that's not always the case. And I told him, you got bitches who keep their child away from their fathers. You got bitch-ass niggas who do the same thing. And unfortunately, you have death, which take one of the parents out of the situation. And then you have somebody might be on drugs. Somebody might be incarcerated. The possibilities are endless. So whichever the case is, I don't know which case or perspective they're coming from, but they don't quite understand that you do know that if you're the person that grew up without the father figure, how can you tell another man not to step up where another man stepped down? Because obviously your dad is not there for you. And you're blaming your mom for trying to find you a father figure, someone you can look up to and become a greater man. I don't see how I don't see, they didn't say why they broke up or why the parents broke up, but hell, I was literally married, engaged. I was engaged and married when I had my child, both my boys. I'm divorced and single parenting. Did I plan this shit? No, I didn't plan for him to leave me for my cousin, but shit just go left like that. But I'm going to do my best. Some things in their mind just don't click to me. And I be trying to understand, if you don't date single mothers, that don't make you any less of a man. That just means that's the type of man that you are. But what belittles you, what makes you less of a woman and less of a man, is when you tell another woman or another man, they got kids, you shouldn't date them till after their kids grown up. And then you wonder why you dealing with their adult children, their adult children with childish mentality. They never grew up. The 2-parent household is very important. And that's all the mother was trying to do. Same thing for a single dad. He can't teach her how to be a woman. He's not a woman. He can only teach her how to respect herself, love herself, give her the confidence and stability that she needs so she can attract the right person who is just like her. But he's also going to try to seek for someone that she can, understand her, because when it comes to the blood and the period, a lot of fathers don't want to deal with that. They ain't got no choice, but it would help if he had a woman or a stepmother. I just don't, I get that it should be the father and the mother and the child, but that's not always the case. I just don't understand how can you tell somebody else not to show up? And then the grading part is when a man decides to not listen to weak ass mentalities and to date the single mother and to take care of the child for himself. They call him a simp. Wait. You talking about This man did what you were too weak to do, and he's the simp. Any man who is strong enough and has the capacity to love a hurt woman, to heal her, and to be there for her children is a strong ass man. That's a godlike figure right there. So talking down on fathers who show up for their kids, I don't play that. Talking down to the stepdads who showed up for kids that weren't even theirs, can't be taken lightly. That is so much strength. You gotta be a weak-minded individual. Matter of fact, if you don't have the capacity to step up where another man stepped down, sit your weak ass down. Yes, I called you weak because you can't call another man weak for doing that strong ass shit when your ass don't have the capacity to do it. He values family. What if he couldn't have kids? What if she couldn't have kids? It just, people don't think. They don't have empathy. That's what make them ignorant. And they just be saying all stupid shit, just be voicing their opinions like it's fact. If you don't sit your stupid ass, dumb ass down, I can't deal with ignorant mentality. I can't. If it ain't for you, it's not for you. You shouldn't tell somebody else it ain't for them. They ain't even figure that out. Let them go find out. Maybe you did something wrong, but the fact that you lack accountability, you want to blame the woman. Like, how do you know it's her fault? We obviously don't have a dick to get ourselves pregnant, so what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. Usually, after a baby, things change. The sex change, the everything change after you have babies, or after you have a baby. And you got to be prepared to fight. And not everybody will fight for that. Some people say, we grew apart and left it at that. And that's not a bad thing either. You shouldn't stay together for the kids, because the kids grow up and they be like, why you stayed with her? Why you stayed with him? Because I want to give you two parents. Mama, daddy, I want you to be happy. If you not happy, I'm not happy. I would rather see you happy and smile without him than watch you cry every fucking day. Y'all think about that.